Max, why did you slag me off on your podcast?
Right.
I think, okay, we're good.
Okay.
Let's head out. Yeah, let's head down that way. Alex, so you've got a proper bike here.
I've got a proper bike, yeah.
Well, but so
this is my London bike.
Oh, right, because, you know, you're so famous that you're like in Wikipedia.
I'm in Wikipedia. It's very brief. Do you know what? For a while in Wikipedia, I was both going out with Louis Walsh and a member of the British National Party, which was quite a nice. You sort of didn't think both things would happen at the same time. I have a very short Wikipedia. You know. There's very little impersonal life. There's you know when you get to the interesting bit of Wikipedia, there's nothing there.
Oh, okay. Well,
do you want me slightly back? Like I'm in shot here, so wide.
No.
It's clever.
Oh, so actually, it's the image is wider than what you're seeing there.
Right. Okay.
That's only a square crop. So
okay. So I can be right next to you.
You're in the shot there.
Wow, that's clever, isn't it?
Oh, are you looking at yourself? You're looking at
yourself.
No,
I just,
Okay, yeah, no, that's...
I don't have a great TV mind, but I guess I need to be in shot if I'm, talking. That was my only question.
The reason I asked that is because Wikipedia says you live in Australia.
I do, yeah.
And on all accounts, you live in Australia.
Yeah.
But so that makes me wonder, how have you got a bicycle here? You don't travel with a bicycle.
No. So I lived in London for maybe 20 years, I don't know. My wife's an Australian.
Okay.
And I kept buying kind of alarm clocks that lit up like the sun to sort of try and con her into thinking she wasn't in Old Street.
A sad lamp.
Yeah, so she had literally the house was so full of sad lamps. And eventually she was like, it's just so grey here. And the sky is low, she said. And I never really knew what that meant. Anyway, I said, look, if I get a job in Australia, we'll go. But there was literally no job I could do in Australia. I got the visa and everything, but there was one job I could get in Australia. And then I accidentally got it. It was like hosting the Champions, so hosting like European football, but from Australia. And then it was COVID in Australia, but the UK was free again. And we just got a phone call saying, look, we found you 2 flights. We were on holiday in Wales, and so we've got 2 flights going in 2 weeks. If you want the job, you've got to take them, and we've got to book these flights in 10 minutes. And we were like, oh, shit. And Jay was like, I quite like London. I was like, you can't say that now. I was like, well, if we don't go, we'll never know. So basically, we just said, fuck it, we'll go. And we just shut the front door. So I had a bike here and I just didn't get around to...
Getting rid of it. We
can
go
rid of it?
Yeah, we can go.
Do you want to go down this little...
So there you are, you've got a bike.
So I have a bike here.
Right.
And it's much better than my Melbourne bike, which I bought when I was in hotel quarantine. And I just found the cheapest bicycle I could find in Sydney. And that has made its way to Melbourne. But when I get here, I'm like, oh, this is quite a nice one. And when you have a kid's seat, it's nice because you can put your rucksack on the back. So then you don't. It's like a proper.
It's a real grown-up bike. There.
Yeah. I didn't buy it especially for this shoot.
Oh, okay. See, look, this makes me feel like a real goody.
Right. Waiting for the green man.
Well, when it's because often I'm out at aggressively.
Yeah.
And. So, when I'm kind of standing there on my own.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not a sort of goody two-shoe cyclist, but I did find a way of actually, if you wait for the green man, walking or cycling, if you change your mindset to wait for the green man, and I don't do this a lot, it makes life really relaxing.
Okay.
Because there's so much of riding a bike is so many cyclists are trying to win the race that hasn't, because you're going to different places.
Yeah.
But everyone's you just get it. It gets you out of the mindset of
must be there first.
Must get to the next traffic light before all the other bikes.
I mean, I've definitely mastered the art of the bicycle dawdle, because generally I'm not trying to get somewhere
No,
quickly.
no.
I'm kind of like cycling around trying to find woo-woo.
Yeah, well,
stuff
I was going to say, without getting to the plinky-plonky stuff straight away, there is no destination, right? The journey is the journey. Should I apologise now for being rude about you?
So Max, why
I wasn't rude about you. Was I rude about you? Yeah, I was a bit rude.
Why did you slag me off on your podcast?
Right. I think my main apology is being here at 5 in the morning, right?
That is a real apology.
That is my apology.
Like,
you deserve one because, you're making nice things and you didn't need anyone to be rude about you. I think, I thought about it quite a lot. When you put something out, not you, anyone, you obviously don't know how people are going to consume it or when they're going to consume it. And I think you just sort of got caught on the end of this doom scroll of like, you're sort of high performance CEO, and I know you're not that, right? But it just sort of came at a time when I'd been so ground down by people telling me that all I need to do is get out of bed at 4 in the morning and I'll be a millionaire. And then you arrived and told me that what was it? These are the live, live, laugh. That's what Donald said.
So when I showed, like when we'll go that way and then we'll go left again. When I showed my wife that clip, she howled with laughter.
I'm pleased.
Because when I do that style of
you only get one life. It's YOLO. It's YOLO, right?
It's like. She calls me Guru John.
Right,
so like
okay.
everyone calls me Jono. Like, like my thing is like, I've always been called Jono. She calls me Guru John. Yeah. Which because like she has exactly the same reaction as you. So
say it, you can say it.
There's certain things that just kind of work well when you put them out.
Oh, I see that.
Appreciate the day thing.
No, it does. No, I agree with you, and I think that probably annoys me because, I don't really put any stuff out like that, and when I put anything sincere out, you do get and maybe I just have a problem with sincerity generally, but I don't think I do. But like online sincerity, because is it real? Like I said in the bit, the message is obvious. Like it's so true, isn't it? Like I'm so scared of saying anything sincere because then you might use it against me. But like, of course, life is ephemeral and it's ultimately pointless. So you might as well have a nice time. I totally agree with that.
Do you think? I mean, because I've had a bit of a think about this. Because there's a few things I remember hearing Americans say like "I love you" to like their parents, all the time. And it was like too much.
Yeah. My neighbours did it, and I was like, "What are you doing?" That sort of goes unsaid.
I say it to my daughter all the time.
Of course I say it to my kids all the time.
So it just makes me think. There's crazy traffic. It just makes me think. Are we moving out of what I guess is the kind of? It's like a very 1990s thing, isn't it? To be come on, to overly earnest,
Probably earlier than 90s, right? I don't.
Yeah, probably. I mean, actually, let's go down this way.
Sure.
Get out of our. I just wonder if that's something that there's certain elements of it that we are moving away from, and that kind of I'll get over it, move. Or maybe not.
I don't know if they're the same thing.
Schmaltz definitely still exists.
Schmaltz exists, and it exists in real life.
Yeah.
I suppose I don't. It can be. It's how you consume it, right? It's probably the fault of people just sitting on the toilet, and loads of people saying, live for today, and you're like, well, I can't live for today because my 1-year-old got up at 3:30 and I've got a shit ton to do. So like, I actually want to wish away today and live for tomorrow.
Oh look, we're hitting some good old. Alright, careful now, because this. Yep.
I mean, me getting knocked over and dying would get good numbers. That is.
We'll go in this way.
But what was fun was, obviously you posted that, and then your following is obviously really nice. So they were annoyed on your behalf, but they weren't. You know, a few people were like, "Do better, Max," but no one was. You know, if you work in football, the abuse you get is, you know, I'll come and fist you in your back garden. You know, so it was all very nice. It was all quite polite, really.
What the thing?
But I felt bad because you're doing a nice thing and you didn't need to be criticised. But I think it was done in not a sort of angry way. I don't know.
No, I don't know how, but somehow I've managed to scoop up like the most amazing set of people who view my stuff. It constantly, I'm constantly thinking like, where are all of the horrible people? Because yeah, like everyone's just like, oh man, like your videos are so nice. Everyone's just kind of really nice.
Yeah,
and it's quite
well,
odd.
maybe cycling.
Right, I'm trying to hack my way across. So we're gonna go that. In fact, yeah, we're kind of going up where that car's going, I think.
Yeah, all right. But like the nicest people in the world either work in cycle shops or framers, don't they? So like, there's a vibe to cycling.
Oh, do you think that's it? But they're quite a persecuted bunch.
Yeah, well, maybe that's togetherness as well. Then, you know, you're a safe space for, you know, the people who are normally yelled at by, you know, like the and finally bit on Talk TV is cycle lanes. You know, after they've dismissed climate change and immigration, then they're like, okay, we'll do a fun bit on cycle lanes.
Yeah. Okay.
So your community can come together.
So one thing that you've done that, like, because I do get the occasional troll, and one thing that you've done is you've stepped up and you've come to meet me. So that's something that I've started doing. Is I've started, when someone says something, it's generally not like if they're saying something negative about me. But for instance,
this is rain. This is London rain.
Actual real live rain. I can't believe it. You know, so I did a thing on the old Banksy sculpture. I don't know if you've seen that. He snuck in a sculpture, and it's quite clever. It's basically this guy who's wearing a suit, but he's holding a flag, and the flag is wrapping around his face, and he's walking forward, and he's about to walk off the edge of this huge plinth. And so the message is like, blinded by patriotism.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I mean, I feel like it's fairly kind of clear that I think they've just disappeared. And so when someone was like, "Oh, that's definitely a Palestinian flag that he's holding. You can't see what the flag is." And my response to that was, "Hey man, I'm really interested to understand like what your thoughts are behind this. Fancy like catching up with me at 5:30 in the morning and going for a ride? Like I'm not wanting a fight. I'm just like let's talk about this. Like why don't we?"
Because quite often, meet me outside at 5:30 in the morning is calling someone out for a fight, isn't it? But this isn't.
No, exactly.
You and me outside.
We can hit up that cycle path. How about that? Well, I mean, there's quite a history in London of, Hyde Park. It was famous for pistols at dawn. You know, like actual real life dueling.
God, life was tougher then.
Oh man, like
I have a sleepless night if I've got to have like an awkward chat with a football manager. I just wouldn't get a wink, could you?
You would not get a wink. I mean, that would be really interesting to know, though, wouldn't it? Like, who actually slept before a morning of dueling?
Should we just not do this, Dave? Should we just? Why don't we just not?
Oh yeah.
Shoot at each other tomorrow. So sorry. The point. Did the man come and meet you for a ride?
So you are the only person who, and I've started inviting a few people now.
Yeah.
Who ever like say things that are You know, they're probably just bots. I don't know, but like, you're the only person who's ever actually taken me up.
I've stepped up.
Yeah, like, and so this is a very commendable thing.
No,
Well done.
and like I think, like on social media, you try occasionally. I mean, I've changed my approach. I used to like just quote tweet any insults, and actually like, on the radio, I absolutely love if somebody says, "I listen to every minute of TalkSport except you," you know, Kevin in Lanarkshire, and you go, "All right, Kevin." You can do a good 10 minutes on Kevin and dedicate the show to him and try and win him round.
Yeah.
Because it's like not everyone is going to like everything. Like whatever you make or whatever I make or whatever everyone makes, you know, they're not going to... Do you want to see my flat?
Yeah, well this is what I kind of thought, oh, okay, I'll bring him round to where his old gaff is.
All right, it's my old flat. Well, I mean, it's still in process of selling. We could go inside, but...
Oh, right. You actually still own it?
I still own it, but my tenant, who is a mate of mine,
oh, okay.
I don't know if he wants me to be wake him up. What are you doing? I'm cycling around with this guy I was moderately rude to while I was trying to fill time when I was padding out my podcast. But it's funny that you took that because that pod is really like the least, you know, it's just silly.
And it's
just a really nice space. Like it's just it's astonishing that, you know, probably, I'm trying to think, you know, we see ourselves as quite a low performance podcast, you know, so it's not, without having a go at those guys, the kind of, I had a glass of wine yesterday and I'm so suboptimal for the rest of the week, you know, that kind of
right,
bullshit.
Yes, okay.
But we're just trying to have a nice time. And that is on the basis that, so this is Whitecross Street, so the Barbican's at the end of the road. And this, my flat is the third one along up here.
Okay, so if anyone wants to buy...
If you want to buy, well, it is under offer.
Oh, okay.
But it's there.
But it's not there?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And did you
It's
live
a great
there
spot.
at all?
I lived there for 15 years.
So that'll be City Road, right? No.
That's Old Street.
Old Street,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that pod is, what did you do yesterday is my firm belief that no one's life is interesting. So if you get really interesting people on and you find out yesterday they just had bran flakes and went to work and went to bed, makes everyone feel better about themselves because no one's having an interesting time.
So you know your way around here. Like,
Yeah.
Why don't you do some directing?
Yeah, let's go to Exmouth Market.
And then I guess I've definitely got it in my mind. You need to be back to look after...
6:20?
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to wait for this fire engine?
Oh, great, yeah. We could
But no, so I'd like to say I'm sorry I was rude. I'm sorry I was rude. I'm not a rude person. You caught me at a wrong time. That's not your fault. That's my fault. Were you annoyed with me?
No, I never was. I found it funny when I read it. Do you know what though? Okay, so the interesting thing is, I've got an old friend.
Oh, you go down this one, yeah, fine.
I don't know. Sorry,
No, you're cool.
So I've got this old friend, a guy called Matt Barr, runs this podcast that's been going for about 7 years.
Right, okay.
Called Looking Sideways, and it interviews basically. It's more of a focus on free sports. It's kind of opened itself up. Do we know? To like other things,
right.
But it's kind of free sports athletes, and generally they're people who are over 30, and so it goes into the lives of surfers and snowboarders and things like that.
Right, okay.
And actually, that is kind of my history.
You did.
I was a snowboarder.
You were a snowboarder, right? Okay.
Yeah, for about I was a professional snowboarder for about 12 years.
So what does that like? What is that before Olympics? This way, go this way.
We'll go that way.
Yeah.
It was the most cruisy job.
What a life that is.
In the late 90s, early 2000s, it was the fastest growing sport in the world.
Yeah.
It was basically people that just kind of like partying, and I was half decent at snowboarding, but not particularly amazing, but I had the right look and the right bleach blonde hair and all of that nonsense.
How fun.
So I managed to eke out a living from it, from just kind of from sponsors and being in snowboarding magazines and things like that. So it was amazing. But
I went once in New Zealand on sheet ice.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I was actually down there in September.
And I found and I've been skiing like twice. And I found the difference was on snowboarding, you always landed on the same bit. Skiing, there was a randomness. You'd hit your knee and then your arse and then whatever. But snowboarding would pick out this bit of your hand and one buttock, and that was like...
I'll just do
everyone went on day 2, and I left.
Oh, yeah, this way.
And then I just had to stay in our little flat and watch Murder, She Wrote all day because I was in too much pain.
So this is an old friend of mine.
Right, okay, yeah.
Who has this podcast, and we used to spend, live together a bit. We always had like this thing where he was the one person who could kind of wind me up.
Right.
Or I would wind him. We just kind of like clash a bit. So anyway, he starts this podcast. It's like celebrating people from action sports. Yeah. It's like get to kind of year 5
Not
of him
asked
doing
on.
this. Never asked on. So, how do I phrase this? I was like adamant. I'm not going to ask him.
No.
Can I be on your podcast? That's the most lame thing you could ever do. So he's the guy who sends me the clip of you slagging me off.
And he was pleased about it.
Because I guess that really fitted with his kind of like, like his like thing of being like, I'm not going to I'm going to be quite amused when Jono's taken down a notch, So anyway, he did then like finally invite me on his thing. Right. So we went for a ride actually about a week ago. It was down in Chichester.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I did the same thing to him. I was like, so why did you never, like, ask the question, why did you never have me? And he kind of owned up to just being a bit of a dick,
like because he thought it was funny, or because
no, I guess
because he's mean.
Because we just talked about our friendship, because we've been friends for 30 years.
Sure.
It's like we're kind of brothers,
Yeah.
So it's a deep friendship, and so like you behave with a sibling in a way that you don't really behave with other people. So but it was amazing. It's like it was a real like moment, and we had a good like hug, and like it was like, wow, God.
And has he invited you onto his podcast?
Well, that was
podcast.
during the podcast.
Oh,
there was a real schmaltzy man moment.
Oh, I would have hated it. Yeah. With my loaded magazine, emotionless.
Nuts magazine. Exactly. So, wow, cool. That was a long-winded story, wasn't it? I kind of got to the end of it.
Well, you can cut it in the edit. You in control, aren't you? You can find what I've said and make it plinky plonky, and then undermine my whole. So this is you know this obviously, but Exon Market is the best street in London. In my mind, I love it so much.
Oh, is this that little
tiny little street down here?
I love this. In fact, yes. Look, here we are.
So here we go. So so it's got everything.
This place, this cafe here.
This lovely little cafe, yeah.
I've come at it every time from that way, so whenever I'm riding back from town, I come and I have a coffee there.
Santore, this is a great Italian restaurant.
And I think they've got a caravan now.
We've got a caravan at the end.
Yeah.
Morrow's where the posh people go. Cafe Kick is the best place to watch football in London.
Is it?
So brilliant. I mean, when I didn't do anything, you could get the sun from, I don't know, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on one side, then you'd cross to a bar on the other end of the street, and then on the other side, and then you'd have the whole afternoon in the sunshine.
Right, you don't mean the newspaper to look at page 3. You're actually talking about the real
No, I meant.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No, I've always been a Guardian guy, even before I worked there. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Wilmington Square. If anyone is, when I said to you, I said, well, I used to live in these sort of places. I don't think anyone will care, but flat 344.
This is where you live.
This is where I lived.
I mean,
it was great. The rent was dirt cheap. I don't know how we managed to get it.
yeah, because like now, that's the thing. You look at these places I'm now, I'm like, were you minted like as a youth? A kind of,
no. No. Well, it was I never have been, but like I was living in there. I was just doing a flat share when I got this job, Soccer AM, which was like a football show on Sky, and that was sort of my big break, I guess. I went from completely broke to
actually like
while I was in that flat share. But it was funny because I was still driving my mate JK's old Y-Reg Clio. And every presenter at Sky is in like a Range Rover or a Porsche, and I did sort of stick out, and they had the word like talent written in. Should we go back around that way?
Let's go back around.
In the car park at Sky, I actually had the word talent written down, which I just thought was just so funny.
And you're
like,
clear.
Way to make people like get an ego. But then the Clio broke down on the way to the show one day. It does cost more to join the AA when you're on the Hammersmith flyover.
Right.
And then the boss was like, "You've got to get a car that works, Max." I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right."
No more. Oh, so your mind was properly compressed by the machine.
Oh, the machine, yeah. But I do miss. I was cycling through. I played for a football team in Chiswick for like 20 years, called Polytechnic, and we have an old boys game once a year. I organise it for when I'm back, so then I get to be there. And I was cycling back at 10 at night, which is very late for me, through Hackney. This is the Plinky Plonky bit thing. And I don't know if I'm homesick now, right? Because I've been away for 5 years. Or maybe just age sick. Do you know what I mean? Like, just seeing young people out. And I never really liked going out to loud places. But now knowing that I really, I'm in the right age bracket for not going to old places. Got a bit wistful of listening to 90s acoustic classics on a Spotify playlist cycling through Hackney.
So what is it? Because I'm not really into going to places with loud music. I think so it kind of does my head in.
No.
But so
I don't want to go to Westfield now.
Wow, that really isn't that loud. But, there's many reasons not want to go to Westfield, but like the music is not one that kind of really got to me. Should we just rogue it?
We'll go that way? Or
Let's try it that way.
I don't want to lead. It's your,
no.
I'm just cycling back home so Jamie can go to work now.
Oh yes, right, yeah, we do. So you've got a real life proper.
I'm in the trenches, Jono. I've got a 4-year-old and a 4.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old.
And a wife who's got a real life proper job.
She's written a kid's book called Dog by the Bakery Door, which you'd all buy.
Oh right.
She's an artist, but she's a primary school teacher she was in Tower Hamlets for like 10 years.
Okay.
But she is probably going back to teaching in Australia when we get back.
Oh, okay. Right.
But she's going back to her old school to do some stuff this morning.
So yeah, we could start working our way back out to London Fields, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Which means we kind of need to go.
I'd just go down Old Street.
Well, look,
and then just carry on.
There is
Hackney Road, Old Street, Hackney Road.
Yeah. We could. I do try to go off piste.
Okay, of course. Yeah, you go. I'm very Route 1, 442.
Why don't we just go down
here?
Yeah.
So do you love making this stuff? Do you love this thing that's grown? It's mad it's grown this much in a year and a half.
It's pretty mad, isn't it? I mean, it kind of went through this very, very rapid growth. But I think I think that's actually got something to do with like Instagram. They're like, okay, these accounts are doing quite well. Let's just give them loads and loads of attention.
Right. Okay.
And then they breed droves of people like me who are kind of like
So then
clinging
you
onto
appear
this
on my
idea-
feed when I'm just doing my own poo by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so it's, I think it's kind of like the way of, I think there's loads and loads of people who now end up with, you know, a kind of what seems like a half decent following.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We go that
But also you know what you're doing when you're cutting it and editing it and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I've been creating films and doing filming stuff for about 25 years.
Yeah, so I can't do Photoshop of a still image when I'm trying to promote things on Instagram. So mine-
okay, right.
I did once live Instagram a bolognese simmering for 4.5 hours, but it didn't do
so
the
well.
numbers that I thought could really gather momentum. And it was quite hands off for me.
Did you post it as a reel afterwards? Or?
That's a good question. It was early in my very amateur Instagram days.
Oh right, so early on in the live.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I found my wife's all her jewellery that was tangled up, and I untangled that, and it took me 4 hours. And I thought that was,
But
I
isn't
thought that would
the
do
most
well.
satisfying job though?
Well, the
Like,
key is to get a little pin.
Oh, okay, and
that-
wheedle. You're doing quite a lot of wheedling.
Yeah, like the people of the 12 people watching, one of them really helped me.
Oh, really?
With that,
You
yeah,
did-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you actually got some take up on that.
Well,
I don't
maybe
know, yeah,
maybe absolute top's about 25, I reckon.
I've been really enjoying. I run quite a few live feeds.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I've seen your live ones.
So I just will, like, for instance, like just pick up the phone and be like, right, that's it. And because I'm doing it at this time of day, it's often people in
It's
random
international.
places
Yeah.
in the world. And what I did one of the outshots from my snowboarding career is that I hit my head quite a few times,
Right.
and I started recognizing in the early 2000s that I was having memory problems.
Right, okay.
So I started doing various things to kind of test my memory, and one of them was to...
Straight on, all right.
Oh, why don't we go that way? And one of the things was to test, to learn all of the capital cities in the world and also where things are on a map.
Right.
Like where. So I used to test with my friend, like, oh, if you go from Baku in Azerbaijan
Yeah.
and you draw a straight line to, I don't know, Minnesota, like which countries you go through. And
Good question. Has it helped your memory?
Well, I don't
Or do
know.
you just
if it
remember
helped.
this stuff and can't remember the things you need to remember?
What it's done is it's given me quite a good, like when someone from Arkansas gets
Yeah.
in touch and says, oh, well, I'm in Arkansas,
Oh,
then
right.
I'm like,
You've got a fact about
I know
Arkansas.
exactly where Arkansas
Right,
is.
okay,
and,
yeah,
you know.
All right.
And so there's that's quite a nice thing to have.
Sure.
But I mean, this is properly like, we could go that way, couldn't we?
I'm happy to go that way.
This is properly like teaching grandmother to suck eggs, because, you know, that's basically your job, isn't it? To, whenever anyone says something, you have a thing that kind of works.
I mean, I knew this already, but from the Yesterday pod, it's been largely established that I don't know anything, and I'm very much a very empty vessel. And I think, you know, you can be one of those broadcasters who knows everything, and there are some brilliant ones of those. But if you adopt the other approach, you know, you're not sort of forcing your knowledge. If you don't have any knowledge, you can't force it on other people.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, well, yeah, should we go after this van? This is the one thing I need to, because I've been trying this format a little bit.
Yeah.
Of going cycling with people.
And then you make it into a just install YouTube as well. And
Yeah, so I'll chuck a longer one on YouTube.
Right.
And that'll be a landscape thing. So that's why I'm using this camera,
Right,
is because
okay.
it shoots in a kind of taller format.
Yeah.
So I can pull out a vertical and then I'll have the landscape for YouTube. But yeah, one of the things is when you're cycling around places where you're generally, you know, trying not to die.
How many people tell you to wear a helmet?
I'd say 50-50.
50-50, right?
I hope that I don't make people feel bad for wearing a helmet.
Well, I don't feel bad for wearing a helmet.
That's definitely not what I want.
It does look like mine does look like a riding helmet. Like,
Oh, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, we need to do some wiggling. Let's go. Can we get up that one and wiggle that way? I think we can. Yeah.
Well, I did think, when I thought, oh, when I go cycling, I can present him with a really bright pink cycle helmet, and then he can be safe while making his videos. But it was just an idle thought. It would have been nice, but I couldn't find one immediately.
We'll go that way. The helmet thing is like, I get a lot of this.
Yeah.
It's possibly like the most commented thing, and I actually don't know where to, like, the best way to approach it. I generally say I really appreciate that you care about my safety. Like,
but would people be saying?
Well,
as an influencer,
why don't you wear a helmet? Yeah, and also that does come. It's like
the kids watching.
The thing is, though, kids, people up to 25 years old, make up 3% of my entire viewers,
and they'll all die.
And under 17, let's go that way.
Yeah.
Under 17 make up 0.3%.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. My main demographic is 55 to 65-year-old women.
Right.
So
they were the ones that were coming at me in the comments. Brenda in Dorchester, you bastards.
Yeah. Well, they're a good team to have on
no,
your
you're
side,
absolutely right. You're right. And Brenda, you're right. You're right to have Jono's back.
Yeah. So I was in the middle of something and then I lost my.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, but I've done a lot more talking than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be all about listening.
Well, I suspect your viewers are more interested in you than me, aren't they?
Well, I'm trying to.
I just came to apologise.
All right.
And you know, it meant I could get out of 45 minutes of playing stickle bricks.
Oh, what? Are your children already awake?
Oh yeah. Willie Rushden, the 18-month-old.
Okay.
Has been up since 4:30.
We could
Pitfield.
We could actually go that way.
Yeah, this way. Yeah, that's right.
And then
we could go down North Church. Is one of those roads where you look at all the houses and think, how did anyone get this house?
Are they the ones on in de Beauvoir?
Yeah, sort of links Hackney and de Beauvoir. Those amazing. No, unless you're in one of those piles, Jono.
It's there that I always think, I
do well in one of those houses. I
could handle it.
Yeah.
I would look all right in one of those. So, yeah, I'm definitely aware of them.
So do you have a long-term plan for this, or is it just you really love doing it? I mean, because there's a lot of, I found it took me a little while to just focus on enjoying the thing I was doing rather than thinking of, when's this contract ending and when am I, what's the next gig and all that, and just going, actually, this thing is fun.
Enjoying it.
Don't, I'm not saying enjoy the, stop the music. Stop that fucking infernal music. Live for the day.
But, yes, I am enjoying it. We can actually dip that way.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Ultimately, I started this channel because my production company, I think there's a lot of production, it's probably an oversaturated market, but we just had a little bit of a dud year.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I need to find something that I can do to stop me from being that 50-year-old guy who just complains about how stuff used to be better.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay.
Wasn't it better though?
It was. And so I was like, right, well, I got to learn social media. I've literally just got to learn it.
Yeah.
And there has to be a...
So it was quite a methodical thing, because that's interesting, because I suppose I got a following by virtue of, being on the telly or on the radio, but I haven't really ever done anything good with it,
Right,
or not good is the wrong way to... I mean, people would say I haven't really done anything good.
You put yourself down a lot. What's all this about?
No, I mean, I don't care. I think...
No, but there's like little self-stings.
Yeah, no. I quite like... I probably am pretty self-deprecating, I guess. I think that's probably a thing. But also, if you went through my social media, you would go, yeah, it's shit. Like there's a reality to it. So I've never had to go, I've never gone like, I have occasionally thought I need to learn this, or I've occasionally gone, I'm wasting too much time on this, but I'm not actually doing anything useful about it. And because it has changed so much, right? Because we existed before it did.
Yeah.
That you don't sort of innately learn it. It just sort of, you're like, oh, here's just an extra thing. So, you can easily look back and go, God, I wish I'd just started a YouTube channel walking around saying this is what I had for breakfast 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I'd, be a gazillionaire. So I have these idle moments where I'm like, oh, I really should do something good. Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
Right, and is TikTok good? This is an old man conversation.
It's kind of like Instagram Reels.
Right, okay. But you'll stick everything on both?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
And
So I suppose for me it's sort of like, okay, you sort of look at what you're doing and you go, okay, this radio show is this and this is this. Is there something I could do on this? Which is what you did, right? You thought, is there something I can do on social media that will be interesting and fun and actually get a following? And I have no idea if it...
I just did trial and error, and it was like, okay, this works, nah, this doesn't work, okay, just kind of keep chipping away at things until they kind of work.
What you found was saying, these are the times, look at this blossom, that is the thing, that's the key.
I guess it's something that I've been telling myself for quite a while.
Okay.
After I read this Eckhart Tolle, like The Power of Now.
Right, okay.
And actually I kind of almost skim read it. I just kind of looked at the back cover.
Yeah.
But what it did, and it was probably came at exactly the right point where I was feeling a bit lost about myself. And it was like, oh, actually, if I just literally focus on like what is going on right now, me having this chat with you, then it's like life's pretty good. And it's only when you really like start kind of thinking, oh God, but what if I'd done that, and I wish I'd bought that flat, like back there, all that stuff.
I've watched the reel a lot of times now.
Oh, okay.
No, but I agree. No, I totally agree. So I totally agree.
That message is one that I kind of need to just almost like a bi-weekly reminder for myself. And it's the further I'm living outside of the moment, generally the less happy that I am.
Right. I do sometimes wonder that, and this is not, I don't think you do this at all, but there is a danger of, people in, and I'm taking, I am like middle-aged, white, privileged man, right, completely saying, life's fine. And for loads of people it is, for loads of middle-aged, white, privileged men it is, but for loads of people life isn't fine. Do you and I sometimes wonder, are there lots of people watching going, well, my life isn't fine? Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I guess what I'd love my message to be is, life isn't fine for everyone, but like, even if it's not fine, to try, if you're trying to notice the things that are good and this actual moment. I mean, because even if your life isn't fine, like you've got horrible debt or you've got some really horrible things going on about it, it doesn't change that there are some amazing things every day.
Or however your life is, it can be the best it can be.
Yeah,
right, I suppose.
Exactly.
No, that makes sense.
And I guess like one of the things that I've really found, I've got a couple of friends, two different friends who they've taught me so much in how they project themselves out to the world, and that is that they just open arms embrace everything, and they just say, this is brilliant, and they look for the good in everything, and and what I recognise is that the world reflects that back on them, and it's not because of anything other than just the way that they are to the world, and then in a contrast to that, I know someone who projects awfulness.
Right.
And
But there's a fine line between sort of cynicism, which is funny,
yeah,
and negativity.
yeah.
I don't know where I am on those. You know, all my friends would say because I just want to go to bed all the time, and they're just oh fuck's sake, Max. And tired. There's a fine line between cynical and tired.
Well,
Do you want to? We can
Look,
go up to. We can go up through the fields if you want
okay,
to.
nice. Yeah, yeah. I live on the other side. Of
Where
them
are you?
anyway, so. I'm Homerton.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So, Max, this has been most enjoyable,
No, I've had a really nice time.
and thank
I'm
you.
sorry again to you and your incredibly pleasant followers. I did see you the first day I got here, pelting down here very fast.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Too fast for me to say, hey.
That's funny.
I was probably at the top of that slide with a 4-year-old.
Oh, okay, right.
Such a great place, isn't it?
The pink hat thing was a total mistake.
Was it?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just the first thing you picked up?
On a one particular video
Really?
that went really viral.
Right.
It was my wife's hat. I grabbed it on the way out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, actually, that
works.
kind of works. And
And the
it's
thing is, if you hadn't had the pink hat, I maybe your mate wouldn't have recognised who I was talking about. So I wouldn't have got in trouble.
well,
We would have never met doing the cycle ride.
so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plinky
What is-
plonky,
Is
plinky
that
plonky.
serendipity?
I don't know what it is.
I think that what it's done is it's given.
Go left.
We're going up that way.
Yeah.
It's given the ability for people because who remembers a name
Yeah.
like an Instagram handle?
Yeah.
But if you type in pink
Pink
hat
hat guy.
cycle, history or whatever, like you'll probably find it. So that is.
I suppose
helpful.
I think I probably should save my criticism for alt-right YouTube. You know,
No, I disagree.
not nice men on bicycles.
No, I disagree. I think we all need a dressing down.
Yeah.
We all.
Well, your wife liked
and
it,
we
your
all
friends
need-
liked
yeah,
it.
No, we all need a self-check, and if because people who aren't checked
Yeah.
become awful. Like if I don't
I'm
have
gonna stop.
like someone just
Oh, I'll
saying,
carry on. Right, we can go. I'll go up the other way.
if I don't have or if people don't have someone to kind of
Yeah.
just go, get over
Yeah.
yourself like once in
Yeah.
a while, then they have danger of going all a bit Russell Brand.